Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and on this channel we talk about spiritual confidence so you can listen to your intuition and read your tarot cards with ease. And today I'm going to be showing you how you can get started on my A Card a Day Tarot Challenge really quickly and easily. Now, if you haven't joined the challenge yet, if you've just happened upon this video and thinking, what on earth is she talking about? Make sure that you look down in the description box and in the comments if you haven't seen it in the description box, and you will see a link to come over to my free A Card a Day Tarot Challenge, where you will be added onto my email list, and you'll have some emails come through that will explain the whole challenge to you so that you can catch up with everyone else. So without carrying on and taking a whole lot of time, I'm going to spin the camera around, show you the journal, and show you how you can get started super easily. Let's go. So this is the journal. Now, I have done a previous video where I have gone through this journal in detail, and today I just wanted to show you how I fill out the journal and talk you through different options of how you might do that. So this is my Kiki K journal that I bought ages ago, and I bought it on eBay of all places, secondhand. It was one of those new inbox secondhand deals, but I bought it because of the color. I just love teal. So this is the journal. You don't have to use something like this. You can use a folder like this. You can use a folder like this. This is a little A5 one that costs like $5 from Officeworks, or you can even use one of these. The only thing I would say to you, and as I show you the journal and you actually see me filling it out, that you need to be really self-motivated to use a blank journal, because there's no guide in here. You either set the whole thing up, but then you won't have all your questions. You'll have to write all those out, which is going to take ages. If you're a really busy person, it really does make sense to get the journal. You don't have to, but it makes sense to get the journal because you can set it all up ahead of time and just go for it. Because this is going to be so much fun over this 12 months. I can't tell you, because we're going to crunch numbers. That's what we're going to do, so that you're going to be able to have a whole month, monthly, daily readings, monthly readings, and a 12-month reading, which is just, I can't wait. Anyway, so we're going to skip through the intro. We are going to get straight into the challenge, and we are going to go to July because that's where we've started. And the first thing I'm going to show you is, before I do that, is up here in the beginning, I have got the symbols. Now, you can see here the symbol for the High Priestess, and the High Priestess card was the card I pulled, and I wish I had shuffled this on camera because you just couldn't recreate it. I couldn't believe it. Our question is for today is, when am I creatively true to myself? And I was like, what? That is just so powerful for me. So the High Priestess is the triple moon, which is replicated in the High Priestess's crown, or the triple moon goddess. And they're just symbols I made up. So you can make up your own. You don't have to do mine. And I put it here in the calendar, and this is where we will be doing our monthly analysis of all of the cards. Now, I don't want you to feel like, oh, but it's not the 1st of July. You've started halfway through the month. We just make a start. It's really important to make a start. Even if when you come back around to July, you say, you know what? I'm not going to use these. I'm going to start July all over again, and I'm going to go all the way through to the end. Or you might just do your July all the way through the 21st and know that you're finished and that this is the whole year. So it really is up to you whether you want to keep want to keep the last few days of the month or not. But I would encourage you to start, because if you don't make a start, if you keep saying, oh, no, it's not the first day of the month, it's not this, it's not that, you just won't start. And it's really, really important that if you want to learn the tarot, this is your most powerful way to do it. I have to tell you, you'll have people online say, just watch my video and in 24 hours I'll teach, you'll know the tarot. In an hour, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know. Or you might go and do a course. And the problem with that is, and in my How to Learn the Tarot video, I explain this. It's expecting your brain to take in so much information, and you're also not forming that real personal connection with the tarot, which is what I promote in what I do with Connect with Your Deck. So there's your 2 monthly pages there. Questions there. Write the name of the card there if that works for you, or you can put your tarot symbol there. And of course, you can set this journal up any way you like. So you can tell your printer to print whatever pages together. You can skip pages. You might want to print this one and that one together, or this one and that one together, whatever you like. So I filled this out. I've written the question here. It doesn't say that you have to, but I have, because I thought that was actually really quite useful, because it's just one template for each card with the same questions. And I thought, well, that helps me to remember the question that I'm focusing on. So I've got the date. I've put my positive keywords here, my negative keywords, or keywords you might use if you pull a reversed card or a card that is in the upside down position. I don't read reverse cards. I tend to read the cards based on what's around them, because I think if it's going to be a negative reading, you're going to see it. So we put the negative keywords there, and you'll know as soon as you pull a card in response to a question, you're going to know straight away what that meaning is. You don't have to know whether it's upside down or not. If this is saying, when am I creatively true to myself, and you pull this card and you're not doing enough with your creativity, that's the High Priestess calling you back into your intuition. It's calling you back into listening to yourself, and where you truly, truly need to be focusing your own sense of who you are. Here we've got what is the strength of the card, the weakness of the card, what is the most important symbol on this card, what is the overall meaning of the card, how does the card make me feel, 2 things I learned about myself. So I'm really pushing you to think, one thing I could change today, what is the potential outcome from this reading, and advice from my higher self. Now, you don't have to fill this out. If you look at that and you think, nah, that's not me, don't do it. Use the dot grid pages on the other side. Here, what I've done is I've just written a little summary based on doing these questions here. And I've just drawn a little box. This is what I love about dot grid. You can do whatever you like. The other thing that I think is important for you to do, so it's really important, as I said, to do what works for you. If it does not work for you and you don't think you're going to have time, and you think, you know what, Elizabeth, that's all very gorgeous, but I've got, 6 kids, I work full time, I'm beside myself, I don't have time, do these pages. Because if you can even just say to yourself, when am I creatively true to myself, and look at that card and get a message, that's enough. And if you can make time, even if it's the last thing at night, have a deck of cards beside the bed, know which card I'm talking about, put your earphones in and listen to one of my YouTube videos where I talk about the card. Even that will help you absorb the cards, because it's one of those things, it's if you really want to do something, you'll make time for it, and you need to not have an unrealistic expectation of yourself. So that's your scratch sheet if you want to do more in depth with the cards. Now, I've got another example of ways that you can work with the cards. Now, these are color coded, and I don't think I talked about the color coding in the first video, so I'm going to do it now. So each card has an attribution. So the High Priestess is the moon and is attributed to water, hence her robe flowing down like the tides, and you can see the water in behind, and there's a lot of blue on this card. Now, why have I put the major arcana as purple? Because when we group the major arcana cards together, we're talking about cards that speak to our very inner sense of self. So we're talking about cards to do with spirit, and the traditional color for the elements for spirit is purple. If we turn over here and we see the wands and we see red, the wands are fire, they are action cards, traditional color red. If we look at blue, we see the cups, traditional element water, emotion, and color blue. Swords are communication, traditional element air, traditional color yellow, and pentacles are earth, traditional color green, and these are about, again, your the things that are really serious in your life that keep you grounded, things like money and career and family. So I've color coded them, and I think it's, I love color coding. I could live by color coding, and so it helps us to, again, have another anchor to help us remember card meanings. So I've put this over the top because I want to actually cover this over. So the idea is if, say, for example, I kept pulling the High Priestess card and people write to me and they say, Elizabeth, I keep getting the Tower card or the Six of Swords or the High Priestess. What does it mean? Why do I keep pulling this card? And the reason you keep pulling this card is because the tarot is trying to give you a message. So this is a way of us to track the whole reading really quickly. You'll have your dates down here for the whole year. I want you to put keywords based on how the card spoke to you for the particular question on that particular day. And if you can do that and not be influenced by the questions that you had before, so if you can stick a sticky note over the top like that so you don't cheat and look, if you keep pulling this card, no matter how hard you shuffle the cards, you will see what keywords you've written, and I'm hoping that's going to help you make sense of what the card might be trying to tell you if it keeps appearing again and again. In the back, I've got the calendar. Now, I'm not going to do much with this calendar. I put it there. I'll show it to you. And again, you would use the same principle. Just draw your symbol. Put your dates in for the year because it's an undated calendar. Draw your symbol. You might want to put some notes down here, and you've got plenty of dot grid pages on the back. And again, you can print these over and over again to make pages for your journal, or you can use some coloured paper. And that might even be a fun thing to do, is pick out a colour, and I showed these in my first video. Pick out a colour for each one of the arcanas. You can use a green, a yellow, a blue, a red, or a purple, and do it that way. So it's really up to you how you'd like to use the journal. I've made it really quite inexpensive in my Etsy shop. I will put a link in the comments for joining the challenge. It's really important that you join the challenge in order to stay up to date with everything that we're doing with it and all the trainings. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell so that you don't miss another upload. And once you come onto my newsletter list, you'll be able to be part of all of my trainings, because I do all sorts of different trainings online. So take care, everybody. I hope that was helpful to you. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.